Hello everyone, and welcome to my UDL presentation with a focus on representation. The critical event I have identified is present in English 103, Writing a Life. Of the 5 learning outcomes listed in the syllabus, 2 do not link to any assessment or activities present in the units for the course. Because the outcomes remain relevant and meaningful, the goal is not to change the learning outcomes, but to better align the learning materials and instructions throughout the course. The 2 learning outcomes lacking adequate instructional materials in the course are numbers 2 and 3. Number 2, identify the use of historical perspective, research, and interviews in written texts. And number 3, articulate figurative language in writing. The gaps present between the outcomes, expectations, and instructional materials in the course create barriers to full learning success for students. Specific representation-related learning barriers are found under 2 curricular components: learning materials, which 103 is lacking them resources, and learning assessment. The majority of the assessments are written assessments, and the assessments focus mainly on 3 of the 5 learning outcomes. The representation checkpoints I've considered to address this critical event I've discussed would be language and symbols with specific attention to 2.5, illustrate through multiple media, and comprehension with specific attention to 3.1, activating or supplying background knowledge, and 3.3, guiding information processing and visualization. Checkpoint 2.5 discusses the importance of presenting key concepts using both expository text as well as an alternative form such as comic strip, video, storyboard, and linking concepts through illustration, charts, and diagrams. As part of my UDL solution, to address the need for further focus and resources on the learning outcome related to figurative language, I am including 2 websites in the course that discuss figurative language through multimedia, a cartoon video, as well as a graphic chart. Additionally, I will be including multiple images present in the written text documents that demonstrate through visual the difference between concrete and figurative meaning. Here, for example, we have a piece of cake in doing a test easily and a literal piece of cake. In addition to language and symbols and the focus on 2.5, I will also be looking at comprehension with a focus on 3.1, anchoring instruction by linking and activating relevant prior knowledge, and 3.3, guiding information processing and visualization. In order to build opportunities for deeper comprehension, I'm going to be including this website that I have listed here for students to access and learn how to include interviewing and interactive research into their memoirs. And they can then choose to demonstrate how they have this new knowledge by writing, video, audio, or graphic organizer. This is one example of a graphic organizer focused specifically on memoir writing, and students can complete this graphic organizer using writing, or fill it in with an image or even a video link. As we now know, anchoring instruction in making connections to relevant prior experience or prior knowledge is always the goal. So as I focus on aligning the learning outcome related to historical texts for English 103 students, providing this website, which offers a step-by-step how to include historical content and make relevant connections to history in your memoir or autobiography, will be highly relevant. Students will have the opportunity to integrate history into their memoir and connect it to their own experience. They can do this through image, they can do this through written text, they can do it through video, or any other mode that is going to work for them and be relevant. In conclusion, as I reflect on why these changes will benefit English 103, I think that the assignments and assessments will really bridge the gaps between the learning outcomes and the activities in the class, and the students will find that the content's accessible, it's low risk in terms of participation, and it's lighthearted, a lot of it, which is going to help students really take in the concepts more successfully. And I think that it's going to empower students around the concept of choice.